You were born original, so don't die a copy. That's like the title of the video. And I know I haven't shared a lot of videos these last couple of weeks. Just like I said, I just want to make these things for myself, but also to see whoever comes by and how it benefits them whenever I have like an idea. I don't want to just put these out on like a weekly basis, even though I might not have anything to say. But I'm gonna keep this video short, nothing too long. But I just want to touch that topic or that quote that I saw on TikTok. You were born original, so don't die a copy. And I guess like to start off building off what I mean by that quote, or what that quote inspired me to talk about, is the number one more important thing and the major principle that I think we should all apply, including myself, is that we're all unique and special. And I don't mean that in like a very corny or I know it's a lot of self-help, but in a way that means something to you. Like it's something that should be important, where you realize it's not just something people tell you, but it's a truth that you can live with, that I'm learning to slowly live with, that there's only one Christian Perez, and I'm unique and special in my own way, because my own dreams, aspirations, desires, and not forget the negative aspects of my insecurities, my mistakes, are what make me who I am. And I think that it applies to all of us, whoever's watching this video or whoever comes across this video, that we're all unique and special in our own way, for who we are on the inside. And I think being original, or having that originality and being our authentic selves, also comes with not taking in that external validation that most of us seek. I know I used to, especially when I was like deep into social media, because I know it's a thing. Obviously, it's like when we see the likes go up on our Instagram pictures, or the comments, or the views, or anything that's out of our control, is what really leads us to disappointment more than anything, because we can give these things validation more than we validate ourselves on the inside, and at the end is just going to disappoint us, because maybe those things don't reach up to what you expected, and that just leads to disappointment. And I think it's the same principle when it comes to like love externally, friends, or a job opportunity where you can get fired, or you may not get that job, or that girl that you like or love. I'm not saying anything happens, but it does happen, is like that girl doesn't love you no more, or your friends don't want to be your friends. And when we put that validation on things that are on other people's agency or ability to choose, then it leaves us feeling like we have no power. And so I think that's the most important thing that we can to learn to be original, is to validate ourselves, to accept who we are. And what I mean by validate ourselves is to love every aspect of you. And I saw this from Profound Pondering. It's one of the things I've been trying to live by, is treat yourself how you would treat a friend. And I've been working at that, because I feel for myself, like I would really look for that external validation, and then when I never received those things to validate who I was as a person back then, it would lead me down the spiral of not feeling good enough, or my self-worth would be low. So validating yourself is loving who you are, loving where you're at, being present of who you are, and just being mindful of those thoughts, and realizing that those things out of your control shouldn't have any effect on you. Things happen, and they can happen for a reason, or they can just happen. But if we love ourselves and we validate who we are, we're able to overcome, for me personally, overcome those things that are out of our control. And what I mean also with like validate yourself, I don't mean in the sense of like settle for where you are and you're good enough where you're at. You are good enough. Every day and every opportunity you have to wake up, like you are worth something, and that's super important to remember. But there's always room for improvement. Like, we're all imperfect beings, and because you love yourself, you wouldn't want to settle like for wherever you're at. And I don't mean like chasing things externally, but growing yourself as a person, learning to be more mindful and to accept who you are every day, because there are things that are always going to be under our skin that make us feel insecure or weak, or the opposite. Maybe we have too much of an ego and we never really acknowledge our own faults because we feel we are good enough. But once we validate ourselves and realize we are unique and special, like, we'll be happy for where we're at, but we'll also be looking for opportunities within ourselves to grow and keep loving ourselves, because I think that's like the biggest key, is to be original, is to be accepting of who you are and of those desires that you have deep down in your heart. That's pretty much it though. That's like really wanted to talk about today. I know it's not a long video, but be original. Sorry, that's intense. Be original and don't diet copy. Like, if like, I know I rambled a lot, but like the biggest important thing that I would want anyone to get out of this video, including myself, is acceptance and self-love, and keeping our validation within ourselves rather than putting value in things that we have no control over. Because at the end of the day, you do matter. I'm not saying I've learned that completely. There are moments where I have my own insecurities that get in the way, and I tend to value those things that I'm insecure about that make me feel insecure, which causes me down a worse spiral. But you are enough, and you are worth something in this earth. I don't mean that in a corny way, but you are important. And at the end of the day, like, you are meant to be who you are, and those good things that come within yourself are meant for you. And as you learn to accept yourself the way, I'm not saying I'm perfect, but I'm learning to accept who I am. Obviously that peace and that joy and that, what's that word? Just that, I don't remember the word, but that peace really does come when you accept who you are and validate your own feelings, validate who you are as a person, that you are someone on this earth. Then whatever happens in your life. It can be for a reason, or it can just happen unexpectedly, but you're in charge of your fate. And that's the only thing that you really gotta to keep in mind. And don't be a clone. Be who you are and just try your best every day. You're not gonna be perfect at it. So yeah, I'm not gonna cut a lot in this video. I think I said everything I wanted to say in one clip. But I mean, if you made it to this part of the video, like I said, I'm trying to get my dad to watch. But yeah, hopefully if I get inspired again, not to watch them be in their video, you know, I want to keep making these videos only when I feel like there's something for me to say, rather than making it feel like, oh, like I need to produce something, because I don't feel like it would be as, I guess, important, or I wouldn't really care about it as much if it came as a chore. So thank you for watching. Yeah, I mean, next video will come, but I appreciate you guys if you watched it, and have a good rest of your day.